Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Yeah, that's today. I need to make my grocery list so that we can hopefully go tomorrow. So I think what might wind up happening is that we'll probably go to Valley Produce and Caputo's tomorrow, like we normally sometimes do. I think the last like maybe 2 weeks, or last week at least, we went on Friday or something like that. But normally we've been going on Thursday. So I think that we're gonna try and go on Thursday. And then I think maybe we'll try and do Jewel and Aldi maybe on Monday or something. Or I don't know if we'll try and cram all of it in today. I don't really know. But it doesn't look like there's a Saturday sampler at Jewel, so I'm not like, oh, I'm missing out on that or anything. But because we're going to, did I just say that? Did I say we were going to St. Louis this weekend? I don't think so, but for some reason, like, you know when you think you've said something because like the words sound fresh in your mind, but you might have not said it, or you did say it because it sounds fresh in your mind and you just can't remember what you actually said. Happens to me a lot. Anyways, yeah, so because of this weekend we're going to St. Louis, which will be Friday afternoon after my dad gets back from work until Sunday, and we can't be like there too late. Like I think checkout, we're getting an Airbnb and our checkout is like a 10 o'clock I think, or maybe, or something like that. But, and I think we're gonna go maybe to a place after like checkout, but we have to be home at least somewhat early because my dad has to work on Monday. So like we won't be out for too long. Like I said, it'll probably be like a total of like 48 maybe hours that we'll be gone, so it's not like a super long thing or anything like that. Just like 2 nights, sort of 3 days, but again, it'll be probably late in the afternoon on Friday and then early on Sunday that we're leaving. So yeah. But I am excited, and that's why too I got I actually edited 4 vlogs today because I want to make sure I have enough room on my SD cards so I can like download footage and everything like that. So I wanted to get a lot edited today, so I actually did. I finished the last 2 though, actually 3 actually, really late today. So I actually woke up somewhat late, did dishes and laundry, and then I ended up cleaning the bathroom, but I edited 1 vlog before that, and then I ended up cleaning, or not the bathroom, I cleaned the kitchen today. I probably won't be able to clean the living room only because my mom has a bunch of stuff out for my cousin's shower, which is next weekend, and so there's like stuff sort of all over the place in there right now, and it is like just stuff I can't really clean around or move to clean or anything like that, so I'll probably wind up skipping cleaning the living room this weekend, but or this week. But like I said, I got to the bathroom yesterday and the kitchen today, and then I came in here and I finished editing the other 3 vlogs. So yeah, like I said, I'm excited. I have to start thinking about packing. My mom's already got us all like treats and stuff like that. It does sort of stink too, like Matthew doesn't get to come with because he has work, and then also too because somebody has to stay home with the dogs. Like, we can't put them in a kennel. Like, honestly, they, especially Charlie, would be beside himself. And Bravo too, I feel like he would just freak out. Like, Charlie would freak out, like barking freak out, but I feel like Bravo would just be so insanely scared. Bliss, I honestly think she would just be like annoyed, but and probably scared too, but like Charlie would just be like out of his mind. Like, honestly. Like I said, Bliss, she went to the vet and, you know, like stayed overnight, and like she was obviously out of it because she had to be at the vet and they had to give her the fluids and all that kind of stuff. When she had that, she ended up eating that gum, and like her blood sugar could drop or whatever ended up, you know, happening. So actually I don't think she ate as much as we thought she did, but it's super dangerous, and so we brought her to, again, the vet for like an emergency overnight stay. So they gave her fluids, make sure to check her levels, everything like that, like every couple hours, and again, she was okay. So but it was super scary. But when she went, like, she was fine in the vet and with us, but like we had to leave her overnight, obviously. And so then when we came to get her in the morning, like, she was just very like sort of like didn't really even recognize us when we first came in, and as soon as she saw us, she got like super excited. But it was one of those things where like she was like seemed like scared, like she wasn't herself. And I don't know if that was because, again, like her fluids, all that, you know, she was in a different, you know, like different food, all that kind of stuff, but she just seemed sort of like a little lethargic. but you know, and like a little like just sort of shy, but again, like she seemed like she actually did pretty well, and like they said, like she wasn't barking, she wasn't freaking out, like, you know, anything like that. But it was, again, less than like maybe like 8 hours in total or something like that. But it wasn't even like a full night day that she was there. Like we brought her in late at night, and then I think they kept her until like actually I think maybe it was even my cousin's wedding that day or something like that, that we ended up going to then. So, but anyway, she was pretty much okay, but again, we can't really like leave them because I know, like I said, for sure Charlie would be crazy, and I feel like Bravo would be super, super scared. And again, I feel like Bliss, you know, like her experience already, like she was somewhat okay, but like putting them in a kennel is, I feel like, different than in a vet, because like they're constantly there, like sort of like taking care, I don't want to say taking care of them, but you know, like constantly like monitoring her and stuff like that, so we're sort of somebody like always near her at some point. Like I feel like like you put them at, like for a kennel, like for boarding and stuff like that, and it's just like they stay in a cage and somebody comes and gets them, because we had that happen once with our dogs, and they ended up getting, I don't know what it's called, like something on their nose actually from rubbing it in between the fence, like the gate that they have, because they were so beside themselves, actually, because they were separated. These were our old dogs, but they ended up, like, I don't know if they've like rubbed the skin away on their nose or something like that, because either they wanted to get out or they wanted to be with each other or something like that. But they just, like I said, it wasn't a really good experience, I felt like, and they were just really weird after we brought them back. Like, not weird, but just like not totally themselves, and it took them a while to like get like, I don't know, back to like being themselves, sort of. So I definitely don't want to do that to them. And it's hard too, because we don't really have anybody that we can have pet sit either. So it's like whenever we do a trip now, like somebody's gonna have to stay home. Like it's gonna be like me and my mom do a trip, or like, again, like, you know, we do something where like one person has to stay home, which really stinks. But it's sort of, again, when you have dogs, which is sort of like kids, you have to, you know, sometimes make compromises, and that's sort of one of the things. But again, too, Matthew also has work, so and we only planned it maybe like a little while ago, and I don't know how long actually Matthew has to ask for, like, to get off of work. So yeah, like I said, I'm excited. The car ride's gonna be sort of long, but nothing too crazy, but I think it's like a 7-hour car ride or something, 6, 7, 5, I don't know, something like that. But my mom got treats and stuff like that. I just need to make sure, like, I'm gonna make sure my stuff is all charged up that I want to bring in the car. I need to make sure my AirPods are all charged up, like my phone obviously, but like I used that today. Like, I guess it's not 2 days, it's tomorrow I gotta do all that, but like also to figure out what I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna bring, all this kind of stuff. It's also supposed to be a little bit cooler this weekend, which is sort of nice too. It's not gonna be super hot, like it was, like this week has been crazy, but it's supposed to be actually cooler, like 80s, like mid 80s. Almost one day I saw it was like 70s possibly between Friday to Sunday. I thought it was maybe on Saturday, but I don't know too. My mom was talking about maybe going to see, like going and seeing the Arch, and going in it, but she was like, oh, we have to get tickets, and I don't know if, like, how far in advance you have to order them either or get tickets. I'm a little nervous about doing it. Like, I don't know, I sort of want to do it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know, it just seems sort of scary. Like, I'm not necessarily afraid of heights, but like if I start thinking it over, sometimes I will overthink it. And so like if it was just one of those things where like I just got there and did it and I didn't like know, then I probably would be okay. Like we went on the thing at Niagara Falls, which is like, it goes over like the whirlpool sort of thing, like at like sort of the opposite end of where the falls are, but it's like this, like, I don't know, not trolley, but like this like thing that sort of goes over like the water, like super high up though. And so, and like when some people started freaking out, and then I started like overthinking it too, and I was like, maybe I just shouldn't do it. And then I actually like did, just because I just was like, I can't think about it. And so and just got on and did it. But like knowing that like we have to have tickets in advance, because I didn't know we were going to do this ahead of time. So like I said, like knowing in advance, like we're gonna get tickets to go and do it. And my cousin just went like a couple weeks ago and was telling us about it, and she's like, you sit on these little stools, and I was like, okay, I'm sort of freaking out a little bit, just a tiny bit. So like I said, I don't know if we're going to though, because we haven't actually gotten tickets for it yet or anything. So anyways, guys, yeah, but we're gonna do, like I said, my mom has got a couple things. I think we're going to the aquarium, and it's also like the train station or something like that. I don't know. My dad has been to St. Louis, I think, once when he was little, but like I've been to Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, and again Toronto, Canada, but yeah, I haven't really traveled too much at all. I've only been to 4 states, so this will be my 5th state now that I've been to. So like I said, yeah, I'm excited, but there's a couple things, like I said, like that, if we do wind up doing it, I'm like, ugh, I'm a little nervous.